Welcome to Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh, presented by Audi.
Felt like that was us. In all three phases, for 4 quarters, we absolutely got after their ass with our brand of football. Anytime you get on this football field, that's what you represent.
This is the moment I wanted. I know that I needed it. Always knew I would be great, but I'm glad that they're seeing it. I can handle the ball and I'm taking a shot. And my time when it come if you're ready or not. So here we go. Finally free, gotta let them know. See us throw, gotta take that. Finally getting my payback. Let's go drive to face facts. Take all your down and reach that. They don't know how to react. I got my foot on the gas.
We are ready for liftoff. The 2023 New York Jets season is finally upon us. Eric Allen here inside the studio, joined by former Jets center Nick Mangold and our flyboy over there, former Jets linebacker Bart Scott. Nick, would you say this is the most highly anticipated Jets season in recent memory?
Definitely. I think, the addition of the new quarterback, the young talent that we have on this team, Hard Knocks, the nation getting to see this team, getting to see what Coach is trying to build here. Anticipation is at an all-time high.
Matt Backer, what would you say about not only the internal expectations, but the external expectations for this New York Jets team?
Well, let me simplify it, right? We got the big guns here, right? He doesn't get out of his bed. He doesn't put shoes on, hard top shoes, if it's not a big deal. The Jets are a big story. They're a big deal, and they have high expectations to live up to, and I can't wait to see if they achieve them.
I can't wait to see what happens either. Of course, the Jets kick off the season against the Buffalo Bills Monday Night Football. Let's get right into it. Inside the Numbers presented by New York Lottery. Scratch off number 1 goes to number 8, Aaron Rodgers.
What can you say about him? I mean, he's been around forever. NFL MVP multiple times. He has a command. He has a new found youthfulness. He has the opportunity to really make his name known here in New York City.
All right, let's scratch off that second number. Number 33, Dalvin Cook.
Listen, Dalvin Cook's been on the other side of Aaron Rodgers, and he decided that he didn't want to go within his division and be on the other side again because the results hadn't been where he wanted them to be. So you talk about Dalvin Cook and his ability not only to run the ball, being able to be tremendous in the screen game, which he's tremendous at. You talk about being able to allow Brees to come back slowly so that he can hit the ground running, much like Sean Green hit the ground running during our run.
All right, the third number for us today is number 1. The Jets defense finished 4th overall last year. Nick, they want to take it to another level in 2023.
When Aaron was talking about coming here, he played against that Jets defense. Aaron thinks that they have a great chance because of that defense. I think the defense is going to keep this team in games, and Aaron's going to win those games.
Yeah, and the one thing the Jets need more of this season, takeaways. But much more on that ahead. First off, let's see what's brewing with Caroline Hendershot and Ethan Greenberg.
Ethan, massive week 1 for the Jets. Under the lights, Monday Night Football against the Bills.
But you forgot one. The debut of the legacy white uniforms. Caroline, this is the first time the Jets will be rocking these bad boys. One of 2 times this season they'll be able to wear it. And it's paying homage to the 1979-1989 New York Jets, which of course includes the New York Sack Exchange.
Okay, speaking of sack exchange, last season at MetLife, the Jets D-line was able to sack Josh Allen 5 times. 5. You got to highlight Jermaine Johnson chasing Josh Allen down and getting the sack, and then Bryce Huff, who topped it all off.
And then Joe Douglas says, hey, watch this. Let me just draft another guy to add to this room. In Will McDonald, who flashed throughout the preseason, he had a sack. He's one of 17 players who could make his Jets debut Monday night, but none bigger, of course, than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think everyone's stoked to see that. Well, that's what's brewing, presented by Duncan.
The New York Jets, Caroline, they run on Duncan.
Yeah, they do.
Coming up, Eric Allen will sit down with Jets head coach Robert Saleh.
Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh is presented by Audi. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today, or visit AudiOffers.com for more information.
You're watching Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh, presented by Audi.
You're about to begin your ascent. You're at Mount Everest. You're actually at base camp. What do you think about this group that surrounds you?
When you reflect back and you step out of the box of now, it's really cool to look back at the last 2 years and how far this organization has come and how far the locker room has come and how far a lot of your young guys who've been here from the beginning have come. And we haven't won the games we want to win yet, so that's the exciting part, that we get the opportunity to go do that.
How cool is this mix when you're talking about the roster?
You've got a bunch of young guys, and then you've got a veteran quarterback. You got veteran safeties, although we got a young one back there at safety, veteran linebacker. Our O-line has got a good blend. On the left side, it's veteran. On the right side, they're pups. Even in the backfield, the arrival of Dalvin Cook, it was like, that was the one group that didn't really have a veteran, and now he's there. And he's been phenomenal. So, you know, when you look in every room and every position group, you've got a veteran presence in there that's been through the fire and knows what this is supposed to look like.
You knew a lot about Aaron coming into this, but has anything surprised you?
He's been unbelievable, and I am looking forward to seeing him in adversity. You know, a lot of this it's been kind of a cakewalk in terms of, you know, it's been a flat road and everything's been good and everyone's patting us on the back and really propping us up. Probably a little too much, but it's been all beautiful so far, you know. But at the same time, adversity will hit. This climb is going to get hard. We're not going to win every game. It's going to be a roller coaster, and and we're going to have some trials. And I'm really excited to see his leadership in those moments, because I think he's going to be unbelievable.
How does Aaron raise the standard of everybody in the building?
You know, he's got a level of accountability to him, not being afraid to vocalize when he doesn't see perfection, which is awesome. Veterans have that ability. You know, they've been around long enough where they're not afraid to express their opinion, or to not necessarily call a guy out, but to let a guy know whether or not he's BSing. So when you look at a guy like Aaron and CJ Mosley and Randall Cobb, Dwayne Brown, and Lakin, and I can go through the entire roster, you've got a bunch of guys who understand what it's supposed to look like. They demand perfection because they expect perfection out of themselves. And they're not afraid to vocalize it when they don't see it.
It's an interesting dynamic at offensive tackle. You got Dwayne, who's entering his 17th professional season, played with one arm last year, coming back from injury. And then Mekhi Becton, who a lot of people wrote off before this year, and you got to prove it out there in the regular season. But he really came back here this offseason with a different mindset, and now he's earned that starting right tackle job.
Just like all of us, not just to pin it on him, but we all have a lot to prove. We still got to go out and win, and he still has to go out and perform and play a full game and perform at the level that we all know he's capable of. You know, we're excited about his road and the journey that he's taken and the way he's fought back. Still a long way to go for him, just like all of us, but really excited about the direction he's going.
Can you talk about the commitment you saw from Breece Hall after going down in Denver in Week 7, tearing the ACL, and his journey back?
He's another one of those guys that I like to think I make it into the weight room every day.
You do.
But you see him there every day at work. You walk in and there he is in the morning, getting his rehab in, getting in the cold tub, getting in the hot tub. He's in the weight room. He's stretching. He's rolling. He's lifting. He's running. He's working with the crew outside. And you just see this young man who's just relentless in attacking his rehab, and knock on wood, everything's been going good. He looks fantastic. Every fastball that's been thrown at him, he's hit it out the park, and expect him to continue to do that.
Josh Allen last year played you guys twice. You had 8 sacks. How much do you think your guys relished the opportunity to go against him? And also, schematically, what's the challenges involved facing an opponent that you know awfully well, but perhaps they're going to be throwing new wrinkles at you?
We got to throw some wrinkles too, you know, but Buffalo's the division champs until someone says otherwise. And so anytime you have a chance to play the best, you love it. They've been on the doorstep trying to kick down the AFC Championship for the last 3 or 4 years. You know, they've been right there. So anytime you get an opportunity to go against a team like that, it's pretty exciting.
Finally, I just wanted to ask you about the atmosphere. Monday Night Football, you're the last game opening weekend, 22nd anniversary of 9/11. The Buffalo Bills in town. Your fan base is hungrier than it's ever been. What do you think it's going to be like, that atmosphere?
I think it's going to be unbelievable. And hopefully the party lasts through midnight.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it.
This exclusive interview with Robert Saleh was presented by Audi. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today, or visit AudiOffers.com for more information.
Coming up, we'll hear from Aaron Rodgers, and Bart and Nick will break down some key matchups between the Jets and the Bills.
Hey, how we doing? We're good? Let's go. Welcome. All right. Are you going to actually practice this today or just hang out?
No, I'm just hanging out.
All right, cool. And what are you doing? You're out of here. No pass rush. No pass rush. No pass rush. You get out of here. Get out of here. My bad, kid. Nice catch.
I got to use my hands more like that one.
No. You're just so quick. I got to get the ball outside. No hard counts.
That's what I'm talking about.
No hard counts today. Green 18! Green 19! Yeah, that wasn't a hard count.
I'm just trying to beat my best, bro. 1% better, bro.
Yeah, bro. Cliche central. I love it. Yeah. Just do your 1/11th, bro. Take it one day at a time.
Ball.
That was nice, kid.
That was hot.
Man. Good job, boys. Good job. Way to go. Way to hold up.
Here we go. Jets on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jets.
Aaron.
All right, bro. Get out of here. Good to see you.
This film breakdown is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires.
Let's jump into some film right now. Bart, you're going to have to wait your turn because our center is going to talk about the new Jets quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who had a lot of success with Devontae Adams in Green Bay. Now he's got a new number 17 to throw to, Garrett Wilson.
Exactly, and I think this is what the veteran quarterback brings to this team, and this is from the Giants game this preseason. So this is 1st and 10, all right? We're looking at a 21 personnel right here. That's 2 backs, 1 tight end. It's going to be a run play. You look at this defense, they got over defense, they got the Sam and the Will on the line right here. They are ready to go, all right? Aaron comes up and sees this and says, this is not a good look to run the ball, all right? We're in a bad spot. There's too many people in this box. Right here, you have 9 guys in the box trying to run against him. That's not going to happen. So what does he do? He knows, because he's been here all spring, that he has Garrett Wilson out here running a fade just in case. And because the Giants gave him press coverage, he's got a one-on-one with Garrett Wilson. Why not take it? So everyone on the offensive line, the running backs, they all think it's run because that's the play that was called. But Aaron Rodgers, being the savvy vet, knows, hey, listen, this is not a good look. We need to throw the ball here and we can make something happen. Because you can watch the fullback and the running back. They're both like, wait, what happened? Why did I not get the ball? Next thing you know, it's in the end zone, touchdown. That's what Aaron Rodgers brings to you, and that's what he's going to bring all year long.
Fascinating matchup Monday night. Aaron Rodgers against a pair of veteran safeties from the Bills, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. Let's go to the other side of the ball and talk about perhaps the Jets cornerbacks are the best tandem in the National Football League. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed going against Stephon Diggs.
Right, you talk about one of the most exciting guys in all of football right here. Is Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is a dual threat. When you say dual threat, he's not just a man-to-man corner. He's a guy that's also able to play zone. He has tremendous discipline and tremendous football acumen. If you let this play run right here just for a little bit, you see right here, when he starts off, I want you to see and look at his vision. Look at his eyes back. That lets me know that this is zone coverage. So this is zone coverage, so he's disciplined. He has a place to be. He's rerouting the receiver, making sure that he takes an outside release. He gets back into a zone. And now this is where the football acumen comes in. You look right here, if I zoom in, you see that he's sitting right here and he has a high-low. You always play from high to low. So if you look at, let this play continue, he makes a tremendous play, sits in the zone, reads back, makes an interception, tremendous play in understanding route combination. We always say don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't take, the bait that's in front. Understand that you have an opportunity. They're trying to high-low you. There's something in front of you because there's something behind you. Tremendous discipline, understanding that he had his safety sitting high for a deep route. He played high to low, make a tremendous play, and that also gives the Jets, and this time this will be Aaron Rodgers getting the ball in plus territory in the green zone to go in and put points on the board.
Gold zone.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have some fantasy advice when we get back.
Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh is brought to you by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets.
fantasy corner of Jets Game Day. Now, Ethan and I know the Jets don't play until Monday night. However, we thought if we could give you some insight into this matchup, it might help you set your lineups today.
This is an exciting time of the year. Week 1 of the NFL. Caroline, I'm going to give you an opportunity to guess who our first fantasy player to watch is.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, he's holding a football, so I'm going to guess quarterback.
That's right. This is Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback. If you're a fantasy owner, you're obviously very excited about having Josh Allen on your team, but I will warn you, against the Jets last season, in 2 games, this guy right here had a 64.4 rating. That's the worst of any opponent for this guy last season. He did have 3 rushing touchdowns, so that's a benefit for fantasy owners, but through the air, combined in 2 games, 352 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions.
And just of note, his favorite guy to throw to, Stephon Diggs, who usually averaged 89 yards a game last season. Against the Jets, 65. And 0 touchdowns, so something to keep in mind. Let's go to our second guy. I'll give you a guess since you gave me one.
Thank you. What goes around comes around. I like that. Based on the way he's caressing the ball, looks like a skilled player. Based on the body type, wide receiver.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
Garrett Wilson. Now, in the 2 games against the Bills last year, he had 92 yards in the first game, 78 yards in the second game. No touchdowns, but I'm sure there's more of that this year. However, something to note, 2 different quarterbacks he had when playing the Bills in Game 1 versus Game 2.
And if you're a Garrett Wilson owner, you're excited because Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson clearly have a connection. We saw that. Only 4 touchdowns last year for Garrett Wilson. You'd imagine that number's going to go up in 2023. And for what it's worth, Aaron Rodgers against the Bills last year, 1 game, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Can't say I hate those numbers. Now, there's a lot of games on the docket today. Get those lineups set.
Today's game plan is presented by the official digital transformation partner of the New York Jets, HCL Tech, supercharging progress.
Let's dive right into it right now. First off, guys, do you like the way you're represented here on our game plan logo?
Who's who?
The guy with the mouth open is definitely me because I'm always
Yeah,
talking.
oh yeah, definitely. And
The
I'll
hat
take the
swag.
I'll take the
Even
hat
though it's forward, it got to be backwards.
I'll take that swag.
Okay, so you
You
are
can be
that
the
guy.
loudmouth.
This guy is the offensive coordinator. What is the Jets' plan of attack against the Bills Monday night?
So this one, I think, is going to be simple. I think you need to establish the run and let Aaron take what he can get with his weapons outside. Keep Josh Allen off the field because he is a great talent, and I know the defense is amazing, but listen, less time you give him the ball, less time he has a chance to score. So we establish the run, keep the clock moving, let Aaron, pick out when he can take his chances, and I think that's the easiest way to win this game.
Spoken like an old offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Huh, Bart? What do you think about
new
that?
New defense coordinator, no Edmonds. That's going to be an adjustment period. The Bills struggled in stopping the run. I think Nick's right on point.
Okay, you're the Jets defensive coordinator. You're going against Josh Allen tonight, Monday Night Football. What are you doing?
Well, first of all, I'm leaning on my offense and Aaron Rodgers in the run game and anticipate that we're going to have a lead or it's going to be a close game, which is going to make Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have to press. And what you want to do is you want to make them one-dimensional, right? This is a team that doesn't really want to run the ball, and when they do run the ball, it's with their quarterback. So you want to make sure, you talk about getting more turnovers, if you have a lead, you put pressure on them to try and keep pace, and then once they put that ball up, you allow your pass rushers to eat, supported by tremendous secondary play. Remember, the Jets pass rushers only going to play about 30 snaps. That offensive line is going to have to take every one.
Gentlemen, a great job in your coaching debuts. We're looking forward to more of that as the season progresses. Enjoy the Jets and the Buffalo Bills Monday night.